So I was discussing about the ordinary Portland cement. Now, when you're talking about Portland cement, first of all, you will have an ordinary Portland cement. That's OPC. Now, there are certain cementitious materials that you can add to Portland cement. Now, what are these cementitious materials? They are inorganic materials. Once you add certain inorganic materials to Portland cement, what happens is you will get the cement with additional properties, with better or worse properties. You now, for example, first of all, what is cementitious material? Cementitious material हम उसे कहेंगे जो सीमेंट के साथ मिल रहा है and it's also reacting in order to form a compound, a hydrated compound, which is of good strength. Now, for example, if you add glass in cement, glass means जो आप use कर रहे हो घर पे, glass in your window panes. Now, for example, if you are adding that, can you add glass to cement and will it react with cement? Yes. Will glass react with cement if you are adding it? Yes, Haris.
तो सर क्योंकि ये नॉन सीमेंटेनियस मटेरियल है
तो रिएक्ट नहीं कर रहा है सीमेंट के साथ एट ऑर्डिनरी टेम्परेचर, और हम ग्लास को अगर ऐड करें इट विल नॉट रिएक्ट इवन विद water separately. Glass is hydrophobic, so it does not react with the water as well. So there are certain cementitious materials that you have, like you have the silica fume, you have the fly ash, you have calcareous fibers, you have ground granulated blast furnace slag, which is also known as GGBS. This is calcareous fibers. What else? You have the pozzolanic material, which is available naturally. And you have the siliceous fly ash as well. Now these materials, all of them, silica fume, fly ash, calcareous fibers, GGBS, pozzolanic materials, and siliceous fly ash. Let me show you how they look. You have this as silica fume. So it's somewhat like cement, but it's much less dense than cement as compared to cement. So you will get in the same bag of cement जिसमें आपको 50 kg cement मिलता है, you can get only 20 to 25 kg of silica fume. So coming from there, you also get the micro silica. So micro silica is a even much more finer material that's added to cement. You get it even in the liquid form. So it's available in beakers, containers, the microsilica. You can convert it into the. It is available in market in the liquid form. So where does the silica fume come from? It comes from the burning of within the furnaces of steel. So it's actually from the steel slag while the steel production is happening. So fly ash is another material. So again, it looks like cement, and it may have a varied colors, and at times it looks like sand as well. So again, from the burning of the coal in the factories, you get the fly ash. So then, what are the other materials? You have the siliceous fly ash, calcareous, and so these are the two main materials that I wanted to show you, which are used in combination with cement. And what are they doing? इससे क्या होता है? सीमेंट की प्रॉपर्टी बेटर हो रही है या प्रॉपर्टीज खराब हो रही है? For example, if you are adding silica fume, if you add an optimum content of silica fume around 10% of it, 10% of the weight of cement, अगर आपने 100 kg सीमेंट लिया है और 10 kg आप सिलिका फ्यूम लेते हो, research has shown that it increases the strength of cement. Fly ash, similarly, if you take an optimum content of fly ash, it will, although it does not increase appreciably any strength of cement, but fly ash being cheaper material, you can use it in place of cement to gain the same amount of strength. So we use fly ash as a material when we want the material to become cheaper and have at least the same amount of strength. So, and rest of the other materials like calcareous fibers, ground granulates to blast furnace slag, and all those siliceous fly ash, they are also added, but again they will have the same amount of effect. However, pozzolanic materials and siliceous fly ash will have an effect of increasing the strength of cement. So they are used, they are all cementitious materials. They react with water, they then react with cement once they react with water. So they can be used within the cement to enhance the properties of cement. Now, from there, then we get various types of cement. The first cement I discussed is OPC, ordinary Portland cement. Second, I discussed PPC, but before going into that, there are even more types of cement. Rapid hardening cement is one. Now, what is a rapid hardening cement? You will have the cement which is quickly hardening. Now, how will that happen? We'll discuss that. Then you have the extra rapid hardening cement. This is the third type of cement. Where is the application of rapid hardening and extra rapid hardening? Where you want the strength to be achieved quickly. For example, in concrete, जब आप concrete बनाते हो तो 28 दिन में जो strength है, you want that strength and hardening to be achieved much earlier. So what are the things that you add into the cement to achieve the strength much earlier and its hardness as well much earlier? Then you have ultra high early strength cement, extra high, so early strength जिसमें पहले ही strength आ जाए. What are the situations where that need? We'll discuss that. लो हीट सीमेंट, लो हीट जो कि बहुत कम हीट ऑफ हाइड्रेशन जनरेट करता है, दैट्स लो हीट सीमेंट. Then you have the modified cements. There are colored cements, which are modified cements. So the colors of the cement are changed. We have sulfate resistant cement. We just discussed about the alkalis decomposition. They are the part of cement. Which ones? Sodium oxide and potassium oxide, Na2O and K2O. They are the parts as alkalis of cement. So those alkalis actually react with sulfur from the atmosphere or sulfur in the water, and that sulfur oxides that are formed, they disintegrate the cement. So this is a cement that is meant for resisting the sulfate attack. So it's sulfate resisting cement actually, the sulfate attack resisting cement. Then you have Portland cement. Portland cement तो है, Portland blast furnace cement, where you are using the blast furnace slag along with the combination of Portland OPC, so it becomes Portland blast furnace cement. Then you have the white cement, and most of you must have seen the white cement, where its application is where you want to fix the tiles and other things, and where you want to have a quick setting of the cement, you use the white cement there. Portland Pozzolana cement, which is actually the PPC. The slag cement, which is formed by the addition of the slag from the furnaces along with the cement, so you get the slag cement. Then you might have even more types of cement, like the water resisting cement. So it's actually the hydrophobic form of cement that you might have available. Similarly, you can have even more types of cement, like you want early setting cement, not early strength, you want the early setting cement. So all these types of cement are formed by the combination of cement along with some other inorganic materials, which are the cementitious materials, which are added to cement, and we get various types of cements. We'll come to this in the next class. What are the various types of cements? What are their compositions? We'll discuss them one by one. And it's very important to discuss them one by one, because there are certain, these inorganic materials that we are adding, the cementitious materials, we have certain admixtures also that we add. So these inorganic materials, when we add them, they are also classified in admixtures. What is an admixture to a cement? Add means to add, milana, mixture. So you are mixing two different things. So you are mixing cement with something else. One is the inorganic materials that I discuss about, these ones. And then you could have even more, like you could have superplasticizers. That you can add. You can be adding wrap hardeners. You could be adding those which are preventing the this freezing, like accelerators that you add to the cement. They lead to quick setting so that there is freezing does not happen, or water, if the casting is done in water, so you add certain accelerators also to the cement. And superplasticizers or plasticizers, they are actually increasing the plasticity of the cement. Now all these admixtures, the cooling admixtures, there are certain cooling admixtures, certain are there are accelerators which are not accelerating but are actually putting the brake on the reaction for a certain amount of time. So there are situations where we